What if I told you that your weekly grocery trip has become 31% more expensive since 2019? Donate basic necessities into financial burdens. Picture this. You enter your neighborhood supermarket with a simple shopping list, but leave with a receipt that would have shocked you just 5 years ago. A pound of chicken breast now costs between $10 and $11, a price that seems almost impossible to believe. This isn't just about numbers on a receipt. Recent studies show that 86% of American consumers feel genuinely frustrated with climbing grocery prices, transforming what should be routine shopping into a source of constant anxiety. Welcome to Mindcrafted, where we explore the forces shaping our daily lives and uncover the hidden truths behind the headlines. The Great Food Price Revolution. We're witnessing an unprecedented shift in how Americans approach their most basic need: food. While other economic sectors have found some stability, grocery bills continue consuming larger portions of family budgets across the nation. Over 1/3 of shoppers have resorted to purchasing fewer items just to manage their budgets, essentially rationing food to survive financially. The psychological impact extends far beyond individual households, creating ripple effects of economic anxiety throughout entire communities. This transformation affects not just what we buy, but how we think about food security in America. What was once taken for granted has become a luxury that millions struggle to afford, reshaping the very foundation of family meal planning. The complex journey from farm to table. Here's a surprising fact. Of every dollar Americans spend on food, only 15.9 cents actually reaches the farm that produced it in 2023, according to USDA data. This reveals the intricate network of intermediaries transforming raw agricultural products into grocery store goods. Food processing facilities, distribution networks, packaging companies, and marketing departments all contribute layers of cost to the final price consumers pay. This elaborate system creates multiple points where cost increases compound dramatically. When manufacturers face a 20% increase in their costs, they don't simply add 20% to their selling price. They must protect profit margins, often adding significantly more to maintain business viability, creating a domino effect throughout the entire supply chain, the perfect storm of global disruption. The dramatic surge in food prices did not emerge in isolation, but resulted from a convergence of unprecedented global events. The COVID-19 pandemic initiated this crisis by simultaneously disrupting production capabilities worldwide, creating unexpected spikes in consumer demand. Supply chains that had operated smoothly for decades suddenly faced challenges that caught both retailers and consumers completely off guard. The situation intensified dramatically in 2022, when Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent shockwaves through global agricultural commodity markets, particularly affecting wheat prices. This geopolitical crisis demonstrated how interconnected our global food system has become, with conflicts in distant regions directly impacting grocery bills in American households thousands of miles away. The hidden economics of price escalation. Understanding cost pass-through explains why small increases in production costs result in dramatically higher consumer prices. Operating costs for food manufacturers reached their peak during the fourth quarter of 2022, showing a nearly 19% increase compared to 5 years earlier. However, the reality behind price increases is far more complex than simple cost calculations. Corporate profits accounted for over 40% of inflation between late 2019 and mid-2022, compared to just 11% during the 4 decades preceding the pandemic. This dramatic shift has fueled intense debates about whether companies are engaging in opportunistic pricing practices, taking advantage of crisis conditions to boost their bottom lines beyond what market forces alone would justify. The human cost of food insecurity. The impact of rising food costs varies dramatically across different income levels, creating two distinct Americas when it comes to food security. While the average American family spends about 10.6% of their disposable income on food, low-income households must allocate a staggering 32.6% of their after-tax income to food expenses. This compares to just 11.2% for the highest-income households. The financial strain has forced many families into desperate measures. 60.5% of adults reporting they used credit cards to pay for groceries in 2023. Alarmingly, only about 1/3 of these credit card users paid their charges in full. while 7.1% haven't even made minimum payments, potentially creating long-term financial problems extending far beyond grocery shopping. Looking forward, solutions and future challenges addressing. The food price crisis requires a multifaceted approach, tackling both immediate relief and long-term structural issues. Potential solutions include improving guest worker visa programs to ensure adequate agricultural labor, streamlining border crossings for food imports, and strengthening social safety net programs that help vulnerable populations cope with higher prices. Additionally, policies encouraging wage growth could help workers maintain their purchasing power. However, the political landscape introduces new uncertainties that could significantly impact future food prices. Proposed tariffs on imported foods and potential changes to immigration policies could create additional upward pressure on prices, particularly affecting the agricultural workforce that plays a crucial role in food production and processing. Thank you for exploring this complex issue with us here on Minecrafted. The story of rising food costs touches every American family, and understanding these forces helps us navigate our economic reality more effectively. If you found this deep dive valuable, please like this video and subscribe to Minecrafted for more thought-provoking explorations of the issues shaping our world. Have you noticed significant changes in your grocery bills? How has your family adapted to these price increases? We'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Your stories help us understand the real-world impact of these economic trends and connect our community of curious minds, seeking to make sense of the forces affecting our daily lives.